Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new piercing reaction video. So today we're going to be doing something that has been asked several times to do a part 3 of, and that is reacting to piercing memes. Now I love doing these because I don't get so triggered. I also get a little bit, there's a little bit more chance that these get monetized. So So thank you for everyone who has been sending me memes on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do come do that now, and you can send me some more stuff, and maybe I can react to your things in the next video. All right, let's get on with it. Old people, don't stare, it's rude. Old people, when they see someone with dyed hair and piercings. It is so true. Oh my gosh. So when I used to work in retail, when I used to work in a shop called Morrison's back in Devon, wasn't too much when I was in London because the people were so different all the time, but in Devon all the time, like the elderly people would come in and literally just gawp as if I was like literally a scarecrow or something. It was like literally insane. And all these people would be the kind of people that would be like, oh, don't stare, it's rude. And you could tell they'd be telling their grandkids, don't stare, it's rude. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, Gladys doesn't like it when you stare. And they would always come in and literally just gawp at me. And also they'd be the ones who'd ask like the inappropriate questions. What does your parents think about that? None of your business what my parents thinks about it. Oh, have you got anything else pierced? Like none of your business, Guinevere. Random person. I do all my own piercings. Stares in judgment. Oh my gosh, I have heard this countless times throughout my piercing journey. I do my own piercings, I don't need to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's why you've got massive hypertrophic scarring sticking out of every piercing and they're all crusty as hell. And that's the tea. How do you get the angles right when you're trying to do things on yourself? Like, I don't understand how you do that perfectly. Like, even that, I'm like, just go to someone else to do it. Don't do piercings yourself, guys. It's stupid, and I will never be impressed by that. Client, my boyfriend doesn't want me to get my nostril pierced. Me, off with his head, he's invalid. Deep rose white or gold. Oh my God. It makes me so upset when people do this and they don't do what they want to do because of a boyfriend or a partner. Like, you should be able to do what you want to your own body, and you should never let anyone else dictate what you do. And I think the concept of being like, my boyfriend doesn't want me to do it, my girlfriend doesn't want me to do it, my gem friend doesn't want me to do it, like all this stuff is like, then you should be with someone who lets you be free. I can understand when it's like a massive modification, like, you know, eyeball tattoos, because that is going to affect how you look quite drastically. But just getting a nose pierced or something, like, get a grip. Getting a piercing, expectation, bing, reality. What do you mean I can't sleep on this side? What do you mean I can't change it for a cool earring? Oh my God, triggered, actually triggered. So many people think that you can literally get a piercing and then change it within a week, or change it, you know, with the day, or like, and just think they're gonna heal like that, or you could play with them or move them or do things that you just like, you have to piercings are dedication. Like, cartilage piercings can take like 6 months to heal. I've had piercings that haven't healed within like until like a year. Weirdly, on some people, they can heal really quickly, but most of the time piercings will take a long time to heal. You cannot touch it, you cannot play with it, you just leave it alone. Like, piercings take a lot of work and dedication, and if you don't want to do that, don't get them, because you're gonna get infections. My face when people tell me I'll regret my stretched ears when I'm old. Oh my God. Triggered. This whole concept is so dated, it's so weird. Like, our generation is probably the most modified and tattooed and pierced generation there's ever been. And people are like, ugh, when you get older, it's gonna look so awful. Ugh, what it's gonna look like when you're older. It's gonna look like a piercing. It's not gonna suddenly blow up or something. And like, all these people that are like really heavily tattooed are gonna look badass when they're older. If you're gonna look like a scrotum when you're older, why not look like a tattooed scrotum? And that's the tea. Long conversation about Aftercare. Can I use the Claire stuff? No. Do not use any advice or anything you get from Claire's or any jewelry or anything. Just leave it alone, because it's just not good. Also, like, there's a sign that a lot of them have that says like, oh, quick, you can change your piercings after 3 weeks with this like fast healing or something. And there's no such thing as like fast healing spray or something. Like, just... Me somewhere in public, person, hey, you did my piercing. Me, I don't even know who you are. Now, obviously, I'm not a body piercer, so this is obviously just appealing to body piercers, but I can understand this whole thing of like people always constantly like think, do you remember me? Do you remember me? And it's like, yes, I remember you. Me when someone's septum is crooked. Now, I'm actually suddenly hyper aware now, is mine straight? I never check it anymore. I kind of just assume. Is it straight? Your piercing is infected from touching it? Good, yes. Leave them alone. Why don't you pierce it with a who? No, again. This is something that I get asked again all the time is like, can I have a piercing with a hoop? Can I have it done with a hoop? There are certain piercings that do like, you know, septum bars. You're not really gonna pierce a septum bar with a straight like bar. And there are some things that, you know, just for convenience it is done like that, but the majority of piercings like do not get done with a hoop. It's so much harder to heal. It puts added pressure to a piercing because it's, you know, curved. It's not like a straight piercing anymore. Like you're bending the hole that you've just made, which can cause it to scar weirdly and, you know, take longer to heal. Also, they move so much more when they're a hoop. You can easily knock it. When I can do this and not do anything. But if there's like hoops all on my ears, they're gonna keep like bending and folding and stuff, especially when you're sleeping. Like, don't get piercing with hoops. The healing process is so much more difficult and there's a lot more chance of it like not healing at all. And it's not a good idea. You should have learned that piercings impress no one now. It's done. Get tats. Oh, watch out, we're dealing with a badass over here. There's something about a lot of people within the piercing, the tattoo world. It's like there is a slight kind of like, I don't want to say animosity or like a fight between us, but there is certain things that people, like a lot of tattooed people think that piercing people are like, oh, it's just a waste of money. Oh, it's just stupid. Oh, blah, blah. And it's like, why would you have that mentality of like, we're still modifying ourselves, we're in the same community, yet you think you're better because you're doing a different kind of modification than a piercing. That is quite a common thing that I do hear quite often, and I find that really weird. Like, we get enough hatred and discrimination from outside the community who all think we're crazy because we do what we do. Like, why would you then attack people within the community? It doesn't make any sense to me. Please tell me more about $20 piercings. Oh my God, seriously guys, seriously. You get what you pay for when you come for modification. No reputable person will charge that less, unless you're like getting mates rates or something. It's very rare to find a place that's gonna charge so little for piercings and actually do like an amazing job. Spent 10 minutes showing me all the jewelry options. All I want is a plain silver ball. Oh my God, seriously, yes. So when I first started getting piercing at the studio I do now, the reception lady, like the first maybe 2 or 3 times that I came in, she would always tell me all these different things I could get. And I was always like, no, I just get the normal one. Because a lot of the time I just buy my own jewelry and once it's healed, I flip it over. Now when I walk in, she doesn't even bother telling me. She just goes, yep, here you go, sign this, done. And then I remember the last time she did it, she was like, she got like the other one out and she was like, you don't need to see this, do you? And I was like, no. Oh my gosh. So guys, for once I am not on the trigger train. It is not going down the highway, it's not coming off the cliff, and it's not flushing to its death, and it's not going babish. So oh my gosh. Make sure you do come follow me on Instagram. There is a link down below. Again, you can send me lots of things maybe to react to for the next time. And make sure you hit the like button because it's really, really helped me out. Also, you can get one of my Trot Along Bitch t-shirts, which is available down below. These are still available. These are like my most sold thing ever. So if you like to, I always get asked about Trot Along Bitch t-shirts as well, my Trigger Train and everything. Trigger Train ones are in the works, so please bear with. And I've got some other things coming up very soon, so keep your eyes out for that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for all your love. Again, hit the like button because this really helped me out. Be fast, amazing, gave you everything you want to be. Don't let any bitch they take up with you because you are what? Flawless! Special thank you to my patrons, Crew Roseberry. Crew Roseberry, oh my God. Curtis Mitchell, Fred Monster, Galaxy Starfire, Kelly Bowser, Kia, Nikki NG, and Philippa Clark. For being my top tier patrons, if you'd like to go a Patreon, there is a link down below. You can help me live and all that kind of stuff. Anyway. Bye!